Hey, I'm Aaron Wallace. I'm one of the owners of Anchored Shrimp Company with my father here, John Wallace.
My wife Gail is upstairs. She handles the business. We do the work. She handles the business. She's been my bookkeeper for 52 years since we've been married.
We've been in the shrimp industry since my dad was doing it since the 70s. He's always been on boats and everything. I've always tried to go around and sell his shrimp for him. Whenever the opportunity came to take over a processing plant, we took it. We operated under the Poteet Seafood for about 10 years, and finally we decided to name this place Anchored, because it's pretty much what we're going to be doing here is keeping our butts anchored here for until we die off, probably. We try to keep everything as local as we can, even as the market and everything. I try to keep everything at least East Atlantic. Certain things I do Gulf, but try not to have anything imported or anything like that. It's all a super domestic market we do here. We do market a lot of oysters. I get local oysters. We get a lot from the Gulf because they do a lot of dredging over there for oysters, and they get the big 100-pound bags.
Single oysters.
So you have separate clams.
We do. We get some from Charlie Phillips over there. He's actually our fish guy here in the state. He does the offshore like grouper and snapper. He has the clam farm. We also work with Tybee Oyster Company up there in Bull River and Tybee. I've been selling some of their farmed oysters.
Yeah, the farmed oysters in Georgia is a new thing. It's a good restaurant oyster because it's kind of like the shrimp. It's a uniform size. It's a good size that goes to put on the plate.
Super clean.
Yeah. So the farmed oyster industry is something new to the state, but it looks like it's taking off right well.
I love Macintosh oysters.
And you get the same taste as you do because it's the same nutrients feeding it. Where the local oyster is a cluster oyster, long blade oyster. These are rounded oyster, cup oyster type thing, single oyster. And people prefer the single oyster like we get out of the Gulf over here for their oyster roast locally and stuff like that. Well, between Christmas and New Year's, we sold about 40,000 pounds of oysters.
Yeah, semi-trucks a load.
Yeah.
I couldn't get enough. I mean, people angry, ran out.
Yeah. We have 5 boats at our dock, and we buy from the different boats within the state that are, that as we need them, to keep the plant going. We probably go through 500,000 pounds a year.
How much does that weigh? How much is that?
800 pounds of that. Wow. All these were caught around South Carolina, Savannah. So hopefully we can put some of these other guys and sell us some. So it'll be kind of in the end, everybody kind of working good. Where do you? Keep all of our IQF product in. Believe it or not, this ain't enough shrimp to get us through the off season.
Right now, there is 1.5 billion pounds of imports coming into this country every year. As a domestic industry, we only produce about 200 million. We looked at that and said, okay, we need to create a niche market for the Georgia shrimp. That's where the Wild Georgia Shrimp program started.
Yeah, people didn't have a clue that
there
was a farm-raised shrimp in the beginning. Everybody just thought it came out the ocean.
Yeah, everybody thought all the shrimp they caught came right off this coast. And this was so bad, I actually went and did a TV show in Columbus. They didn't even know Georgia had a coast.
I was like,
So it was, you know,
it's come a long way.
since the 2000s, the Food Network, the different things that people are coming in and, you know, getting more of the farm to table scenarios going on. And that's basically what we are. We're farmers of the sea.
Yeah, once you taste the difference.
And it is, and it's not, and it's like anything else. It's what you feed it. We have some of the marshiest estuaries on the East Coast, and they get their nutrients from the marshland, and the tidal effect that we have pushes a lot of those nutrients out. Where a lot of states may have a 1 or 2 foot tidal effect, we have a 6 to a 10. We get a lot of nutrients coming out of the marshlands that feed not only shrimp, all of the seafood in Georgia. Farm raised is pretty much fed the same diet of soybean and fish meals all its life, and so that's why it's got such a bland taste. And we've got different flavors in ours.
A lot of antibiotics used in farm raised. The big thing now with it is genetic testing. They're going to different areas now, going into a restaurant, asking where the shrimp's from, and then they'll take whatever shrimp's being served to them and go test it out in their lab. And certain areas in the Gulf, it was just blatantly fraud.
It wasn't just the Gulf.
Yeah, Savannah.
It's as bad in Savannah and Charleston, North Carolina. Brunswick passed with flying colors.
Yeah, we have one of the best.
Is there any way you prefer to eat Georgia shrimp?
No, we eat it.
Eating it, we do the bubble gum thing, is it?
Yeah, there's so
anyway,
many.
It's good.
Fried. I love some fried shrimp, boiled.
Do you have a special family recipe?
Not really a special.
Yeah.
Just any of the above.
Yeah.
It was we do the salads, we do shrimp grits, we do.
Always a shrimp salad. My grandmama had a shrimp salad recipe that was pretty good, so Mama tries to recreate that every once in a while.
And I also saw you have Grassroots Farm sausage.
We do. That's my buddy Brandon. I actually met him in Atlanta at a food show, at Inland Food Show, when I was doing. They sell our shrimp through Inland, and he was on board with the Meat Wise when he was living in Atlanta. And met him, and he was like, "I'm moving down there," and I was like, "Really?" That's like moved to coastal Georgia, but yeah, he loves it down here. He lives in Waverly now, and started this thing, and I've always been trying to sell his meats and everything in here. So he sells my shrimp on his truck. So I do have an online store that I ship all of our shrimp products out, our IQF and fresh during the season. You just got to visit anchoredshrimp.com. Yeah, I can ship it pretty much Midwest, the East Coast. I just don't do the Northwest really. Yeah, we also have a market here. We're open year round, Tuesday through Saturday. Folks can come in and check out all of our shrimp products. During the season, we always got fresh in the market. Off season, we always got our frozen. I got Charlie Phillips fish. We cut up a bunch of his fish and always freeze it up. And if we have it fresh, we'll sell it fresh. Got a North Carolina crab meat, a bunch of oysters during the oyster season, clams from Charlie Phillips, plenty of scallops we get from North Carolina and Virginia area. Like I said, we always try to give people a choice of what they can buy at, the Walmart grocery store. They can come here and get a little something better tasting for sure. It's 107 Speedy Tossin Boulevard. We're right on Blythe Island Highway here, behind where the old pumpkin patch used to be. Got Uncle Don, so we got Fly In Fly Out over there, Farm 99 down the street, Amanda and Dante sell our shrimp, and Brandon at Grassroots. He puts them in his bus and hauls them around different places from here to Savannah.